Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video has been my most requested video on my channel lately, and I just want to take a second to thank you guys so much for interacting with me. Thank you for those of you that have subscribed and have been my subscribers since day one. A huge thank you and welcome to all of my new subscribers that I've gotten in the last month or so. It's been a really exciting month for me on YouTube because I kind of got a slight shout out from Bobbi Brown, I think, on her Facebook Live video. I don't know if you guys follow Bobbi on Facebook, but she's been doing a lot of Facebook Live videos, and she mentioned that she saw one of her artists that works for her on YouTube using the Retouching Wand mixed with face moisturizer as a bronzer, and she said that she hadn't ever thought of that, but she really liked the tip. And it's so cool that with, you know, as makeup artists, we a lot of times use different products for not their intended use. And it's just fun because makeup, there are no rules, and it's about being creative and seeing what works for you. So that was pretty exciting. So thank you guys so much. For those of you that enjoy my videos, it would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe. So if you would do me that favor, hit that subscribe button, that would be awesome. So today's video, we are going to talk about the differences between the Retouching face pencils versus the new Retouching wand, because they have a similar name. They're all a part of Bobbi's retouching category, but they are very different. So firstly, I would say one of the biggest differences between the Retouching face pencil and the Retouching wand is that when Bobbi created the Retouching face pencils, they were inspired by her tones of color correctors, which she has more peach tone color correctors and more bisque tone color correctors. So the shade range that you're gonna get in the Retouching face pencil is gonna be not skin tone correct shades. That being said, there are colors that you could use as a midday touch-up that do have more yellow in them. But for instance, when you're wanting to cover, say you have hyperpigmentation, rosacea, a birthmark, pregnancy mask, age spots, sun damage, and it's more of like a targeted full coverage to one spot, you would want to choose the Retouching face pencil. Now the texture of these is going to be a lot more of like a creamy matte finish. So I personally feel that it is best to blend them in with your fingers. I feel that a brush kind of takes off the product and then it kind of has a makeup-y finish used with a brush. So with the Retouching pencil, it's definitely one of those products that you can use in targeted areas. You could use it for brightness underneath the eye. For instance, the shade medium in the Retouching pencil is kind of similar to Bobbi's bisque color corrector. So if you were really dark underneath the eye and you had more of an oily skin and you wanted that fuller coverage, you could absolutely use these underneath the eye. That being said, they are more of a creamy matte. So if you're really dry underneath the eyes, I wouldn't really recommend this as the best option for you, though you could still use it. This product actually has minerals in it to absorb oil. So the Retouching pencil is a wonderful midday touch-up. So if you are shiny throughout the day, instead of using a powder, you could use a little bit of the Retouch pencil, give yourself that coverage, and when you buff it out into the skin, it kind of gives this kind of soft satin matte finish. So it's really good for that as well. Of course, they can be used for, you know, cream bronzer or, you know, a pencil bronzer that you buff out. I feel like you guys probably saw in my Retouching Wand video that I used the shade Rich as a cream bronzer. And just to kind of show you guys the difference as far as texture goes, I'm gonna swatch the Rich and the Retouching Wand. And it's definitely that like cream finish. And then I'm gonna swatch the Rich in the pencil. And with that, it's definitely more, it is a similar shade, but the texture is much drier. Like I'm taking it and trying to pull it away, and it's definitely more matte. There's not a lot of give. I don't know if you guys can really tell that through the camera, but there's not really a lot of give with this product. It kind of just stays where you want it. So if you were spot covering, I would touch the spot and then just kind of buff out the edges, where with the Retouching Wand, it's a super creamy and blendable formula. So it's gonna be better for a drier skin and help with like instant hydration, and a slight kind of satin finish to the skin. So I actually just got done filming a holiday video, which you guys will see coming up soon. So if you want to see how I created this look using all of Bobbi's new Sephora exclusive holiday products, make sure that you do subscribe so that you get notified when that video comes live. But today I actually have the Retouching Wand as my under eye concealer, and I love the brightness that it gives. With the wands, they are all going to be more of a skin tone correct shade. So there's 9 shades in that as well, just like the Retouching Face Pencil. And with the Retouch Pencil, they also have an Illuminate shade, which there is not an Illuminate shade in the Retouching Wand. So again, biggest difference is that the Retouching Wand is an actual foundation formula, and it's skin tone correct shades with more of a yellow base, whereas the Retouching Face Pencil is inspired by Bobbi's color correcting shades. So there's some peach undertones, there's some bisque undertones, and then also just some yellow undertones for color correcting redness in the skin. You're gonna get a fuller coverage finish from the Retouching Pencil. You're gonna get a more hydrating finish from the Retouching Wand. They both give beautiful coverage. Also, if you're somebody who is wanting to cover up sunspots, sun damage, age spots. Gosh, I knew it was in there. It just took me a second to find it. If you're wanting to cover that, then you would love the Retouching Face Pencil. If you are someone who's wanting a foundation on the go, who doesn't need a ton of coverage and is wanting to literally just be able to like swipe and buff it out, have foundation for on the go, have a light to medium coverage, or have that instant brighter, lighter under eye, have a cream bronzer, you would want to go with the Retouching Wand. If I didn't answer the questions that you had referring to the Face Pencil or the Face Wand, please put them in the description box and then comment below, and I will make sure to answer all of the comments and questions that you guys have. But for me, I feel like that's pretty much the main differences between the two. I mean, they're two beautiful and amazing products that are great for different things, and the same thing, kind of just depending on how you use it. So I just got done filming a tutorial, but like if you were wanting to touch up, say this is midday, and I wanted to brighten up a little bit more on the inner corner of my eye, I could go in with the Retouching Pencil in medium. I'm gonna do like a comparison on side to side. So we're gonna go in first. Oh, sneak peek of something for holiday. Make sure that you're subscribed so you get to see. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of this medium Retouching Pencil into that inner corner of the eye, just right through there, and I'm gonna buff and press that out again with my fingers. Like I said, I feel like this texture works better with fingers, and it definitely gives a full coverage. But take a look at the difference. And I like just did my makeup, but if you were wanting to be extra bright and extra light, you could go in with a little bit of those face pencils and kind of just like brighten and lighten up the under eye. With the Retouching Wands, like I said, they are a lot more yellow. Let me find my shade. Hold, please. Okay, so I'm gonna use a lighter shade. The foundation shade I was using today for the Retouching Wand is the medium to dark, and that's the foundation that I'm wearing right now. And then I'm gonna go in with the light to medium, which is 2 shades lighter, and then just give a little bit of brightness to this side of the eye, and we'll see the differences. Obviously, since this one's creamy, it blends on a little bit smoother. It's a little bit easier to blend out. I personally prefer the texture of the retouching wand under my eye versus the pencil, but that's just because I have more of a dehydrated skin. Actually, they're really similar, but if you can tell, you can kind of see that this one isn't skin tone correct. It looks almost uncomfortably bright. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Okay, so this one looks more of that like bright lifted, but you can tell it's a little slight pinkiness, where this one looks light and bright and lifted, but it's more skin tone correct. So I'm actually gonna go over top that retouching pencil with a little bit of the wand so that I'm evened out and skin tone correct under my eyes. If you're an oily skin, you could use the Rich Retouching Pencil as a cream bronzing stick, or for those people who like to contour, because I mean, you guys know me, I just like my like dimensional cheek, but for those who are really wanting to contour or contour the nose, contour even, some people even contour like their collarbone, the pencil is really good for that. But for me, where I just want like a little bit of cream dimension, I just take that Rich, and again, lady, no. No. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Rich, and I'm just gonna add like a tiny bit. I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is that when you have that product in that wand, you can literally just blend it right out. I have full makeup on, so I'm not gonna do any more because I don't wanna be like overkill, but that is just another different way that you can use one versus the other. If you guys want to watch my January favorites video, I will plug it right here. And I did a little demonstration doing a little face touch-up with the Retouching Face pencils, where I used the Rich as like a little cream eyeshadow stick, because I like a lot of warm dimension into the crease. So I actually really like the Rich Retouching Pencil as like a cream eyeshadow stick on the go. If you wanted to keep it in your makeup bag, draw a little bit into the crease, buff it out with your finger. You can draw a little bit onto the cheek, buff it out with your finger. Again, the pencils are better for somebody who has more of like a combination to oily skin versus somebody who is dry to extra dry. That would probably be, besides color, the texture difference is the biggest. So I hope that this video answered some questions that you guys had about the differences between the Retouching Wands versus the Retouching Face pencils. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. Make sure that you're following me on all my outlets. I will make sure to link my Snapchat and my Instagram below, so that make sure you are following mine. If you're wondering, I actually have two Instagrams. So I have my personal Instagram, which is Denise Marie, and then of course we have our blogs And then we have our blogs Instagram, which is Dubella. So I will put both of those down there. You can follow me on one or the other, or both. But thank you guys so much for your support. I love you so much. Anyways, okay, love you guys. Bye.